Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new here, but if you are not, I know it's been a minute since I heard my voice and seen a new video from me, so let's get straight into it. Alright you guys, so starting off, I have my cap on and I'm smoking weed, y'all. I'm not smoking no fucking cigarette or nothing crazy like that. It is weed, and I like to smoke it when I do my hair sometimes because it helps your girl focus. But nevertheless, y'all, I am doing my bald cap now, and I'm using the Ebin Wonder Lace spray in the red can, and I'm just smoothing that along with my fingers, and I'm keeping it right by my hairline. As you can see where my finger is, I'm just making sure it's dry as I'm doing it, because you do not, girl, want to cut it off when it's wet, because then it's going to lift up and it's just going to be a mess. You do not want that, so make sure it's dry as fuck, okay, before you get to cutting. Excuse my language, but I had to put the emphasis on that. Y'all, sometimes I do not put enough spray because it be lifting up on the ends, but I just take a little bit of glue and I just smooth it with my finger up underneath, and it usually dries on its own, but if it doesn't, I go in with my blow dryer and then boom, it is set in stone. But yeah, I'm just moving on to the other side and then doing the same thing there. As you guys can see, just smoothing it out with my finger, making sure it's flat. And Vol already put the makeup on there, y'all. When I was putting the makeup on, I was eating, y'all, so I was looking a mess, just chewing. I'm like, y'all cannot see me chew like that. I was fucking that onion ring up. But anyways, y'all, the cap is on. It is complete. I use RD15 cream foundation to melt it all together to make it look like a bald cap. But now, you guys, I am just cutting off my ear tabs before I get started. So I'm using a cotton pad as well as a Cifrol rubbing alcohol to clean off my skin. Make sure it's nice and clean before I use any glue or any spray or anything like that, because yeah, it's just not going to stick as well as you would like to if you do not make sure your skin is clean and clear of any makeup or dirt or, you know, anything like that. But I wanted this to be a glueless, and so I know y'all want to say it's not glueless, but it definitely is. It's Ebin Wonder Lace spray, and I say it's glueless because it's not like glue. Like, I don't know, I never used spray glue when I was a kid, so I just refer to glue as, like, you know, glue that comes out that's, you know, gooey and ooey. This isn't gooey and ooey, it's just spray. Anyways, though, I did that first layer and my bald cap did get pushed back a little bit, but that's okay. I just had to make sure my fingers was on it to keep it flat and secure. And also, when I do this spray, I wanted to tell y'all need to make sure to be careful to not, you see how it's falling all on my head? Like, you want to keep it stationed. Don't use as much as I did, because we didn't do that. It's just leaves a lot. Like, I had two, y'all see that? It was just too much. Like, the wig ended up being way too far on my head. So heads up, y'all, make sure when you do use Ebin Wonder Lace spray for an install, just make sure to use it, tread lightly, okay, because it's going to spray and go everywhere. Make sure you keep it stationed right aligned with your wig cap, because if not, it's just going to be really low down on your head, and personally, I don't like that look. But anyways, y'all, so after I comb all this through, it's really just to make sure that everything is being held down and that the lace is really one with the spray that I just sprayed. But yeah, now that elastic band is on and I'm making my part, as y'all seen in the thumbnail and the intro, it is the middle part we are doing today. I was going for some curls and stuff because this is a body wave wig, and I never do body wave because I'm scared of doing curls. But y'all, I'm conquering my fears, okay? So yeah, y'all, now that the elastic band is off, I am just cutting off the excess lace with my razor here, and I'm going in a zigzag motion, and I'm trying to cut as close to the hairline as possible, just to make sure I don't have any extra lace or anything like that that is not needed. So yeah, that's what I'm doing, and you guys know my videos are in real time, so this is the motion and the speed that I'm actually going. And like I said before in the beginning, y'all, make sure to not put y'all wigs this low down on your head. Like, it's not a good look. I really hate when my wigs come out like this, but it's okay because we're all learning, right? Like, we all make mistakes. We're all learning. This is a learning process. I am not a perfectionist, even though I low-key am, but it is what it is, okay? That's why we can't stress. We just got to go with the flow. So, yeah, y'all. Now that that is done, I'm taking some more of that Ebon Wonder lace spray and I'm spraying it slightly around the hairline just to make sure that we can melt this perfectly. So, boom, I'm tying that back on and now I'm going to get into this hair. Okay, now to get this hair nice and flat, I'm going to be taking my hair into sections and using my Kamanijean wax stick to smooth this hair out with my hot comb, as you guys see I'm doing here. And I didn't make too many sections, just parted it halfway from where it was in the middle and kind of hot combed the back as well to make sure that that was also flat. So on this side, I used a little bit too much because once it was all said and done, the hair was looking a little oily. So yeah, you guys, when y'all using a wax stick, make sure to just use a little bit. Don't use too much. A little goes a long way. You feel me? If you're using a good product, which the Kamanijean wax stick is really, really bomb, you don't have to use a lot of this, okay? But yeah, y'all, I'm trying to make sure this is looking real uniform, put together, pressed out, all of the above, and boom. That is what we are looking like. I wanted to try using a curling iron without actually putting the hair into the inside of the curling iron and just wrapping it around. See what that did? So this was just a test, y'all. I'm trying to see how it's gonna go, right? And it came out cute. Like, I had to hold it a little bit, let it sit, let it marinate, you know, let that heat process, and it was coming out cute. So I said, okay, this is what we're going to do. Because y'all, like I said, I have a fear of curling hair because that shit is hard. Like, why ain't nobody trying to admit how hard it is to curl hair? Like, I'm just now learning. I've been doing hair for years and I'm just now learning how to properly curl hair. But nevertheless, yeah, we're gonna get into the details of that later. Right now we are focused on these baby hairs and I'm using my hot comb to smooth these hairs out, get them nice and flat. Yeah, 2 on the side, 2 sideburns. That's how I like to do my middle parts. So yeah, in this wig, y'all, oh my gosh, I had over plucked the hell out of it, y'all. For real. Like, when you pluck, you don't have to go far back as shit. Like, you don't have to go all the way back through the hairline. Just keep it in the front, pluck it in the front, and you'll be good, okay? Because all that extra stuff, it just makes it look bald. So yeah, y'all gotta learn from me, for real. Y'all gotta learn from me. We're learning together, because sometimes I just be thinking too hard about my installs and they don't come out how I want them to. So yeah, I just gotta do more things with intention. So that's that. But anyways, y'all, I'm not about to get too deep into that. For our hair, we are going to be using Icy Pantasia Heat Protecting Serum, and I'm just going to be smoothing that all throughout the hair. I usually would use Bio Silk, but I ran out, so I was using this today. But hey, y'all, I had to scoot y'all back for this so y'all can see, and I hope this was a good enough angle, but I did want to show you guys how I curled my hair. So yeah, I did not have any idea what I was doing. I was honestly taking big sections because I did not feel like doing this all day. So, but I'm glad that I did, because it came out cute, like with the big curls, like the wavy look. Like, I liked how it was going. But yeah, y'all, this isn't necessarily a tutorial part right here on this part, because yeah, I really did not know what I was doing, but it was coming out cute. And in the front, I said, let me make sure I layer this a little bit, make sure I layer it so it can have some shape to it, have some body to it. So yeah, and then once I did that last curl right there, I said, okay, this is coming together. I'm liking how this looks. I can dig this. Yeah, I was feeling it. So that's how that's looking. Moving on to the next side, I'm doing the same exact thing, just wrapping the hair around the curling iron, not putting it inside, just wrapping it around. And the process was pretty smooth. Like, Since I was doing it in big sections, it wasn't too much to sweat about or to think about. And I'm laughing and talking to my brother, y'all, while I was doing my hair. He was keeping me real entertained while I was doing this. That's why I was chilling while I was doing this. You know, it wasn't nothing to sweat about. You know, I got through it. We're working our way up. We're almost on the last one. I'm going to layer this one as well. Layer it on this side. Maybe I should have did it before I started curling all of the hair so it can be more even. But yeah, that's what I am doing. This is the last strand, and yeah, they fell and they looked pretty cute. It was a little frizzy, but that's okay. I'm pushing y'all back to where y'all need to be so we can get into these baby hairs. All right, now I am cutting these baby hairs, and I feel like in this tutorial I keep telling y'all don't do this, don't do this, don't do this. But this was really just one of those installs that I didn't really care for that much, because I was just not doing what I was supposed to be doing. Like, I made these baby hairs too long, knowing that I didn't like the placement of where it was on my forehead already, and I had the nerve, I had the audacity to still make these baby hairs long as shit. Like, that was so unnecessary, but it is okay. It is okay. So yeah, now I am just taking my Kiss flat iron and 1/2 of an inch. It is a pencil flat iron, that's what it's called, and I'm curling the baby hairs in the front upward, and then the ones that are my sideburns under the flat iron, you know, getting that curl nice and right, nice and tight. And I'm going to be taking my ORS holding gel and making these baby hairs do what they do. So yeah, that is what I'm doing here. Nothing crazy. Like, y'all know I use the same thing. I do the same thing, just doing a C swoop type shit, taking my finger and making sure that it is being held in place, and then voila, that is how my baby hairs get done. I do go over it multiple times, so you know, that is also how I get them to look perfected the way that I want to. Now, them sideburns did eat, I'll give myself that. Them sideburns was cute. I like how I did that little curl like that. But yeah, so that is that. Another smoke break, because this was stressing me out for real. I'm like, it's cute, but it's not coming out how I wanted it to. And then the baby hairs wasn't staying in place either, because it was honestly too long. That's why they weren't staying in place. But nevertheless, taking my hot comb now, and I'm just making sure everything is looking put together now that the curls are done and everything is complete. And I'm taking some more of that carrot wax stick to really seal everything in. Now I'm going to get this part together because it isn't looking put together. So yeah, you guys, using RD09, the Ruby Kisses cream foundation, and this small little like pencil type makeup brush, and I'm just going to smooth that throughout the part, and then boom, that looked really good and it put it together, honestly. And this is the end of the tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me do this and fuck up a little bit, because it be like that sometimes. But overall, this was a really good wig with really good lace. So make sure to check the description box for all the information on this hair, and I'll see you guys in my next one.